Attack on Sanatan Dharma continues. After Udhayanidhi issues clarification, another DMK Neta maligns Sanatan. Compares Sanatan with AIDS and leprosy. A furious BJP seeks governor's intervention. Politics over Sanatan far from over. Our top focus on 5 Live.
Thanks always for being with me, Shiv Arur. This is 5 Live. Let's get you straight to the big political headlines of the day. The fight over Udhayanidhi Stalin's Sanatan insult has exploded. It's become even more vicious after the Prime Minister called for a Sanatan counter. Stalin has hit out, defended his son. Big protests against Udhayanidhi in Madurai. Stage set for the mega G20 summit, and India Today's 100-hour coverage has begun. Prime Minister Modi hails India's presidency. Top world leaders, including US President Biden, to arrive in Delhi starting tomorrow. Security agencies in top gear. Big showdown over Bengal minority panel. As it has only Urdu-speaking Muslims, BJP lashes out, asks why no Sikhs, Christians, Jains in this committee. Prime Minister Modi concludes his visit to Indonesia for the ASEAN summit, forges stronger ties with partners, presents 12-point proposal to strengthen India-ASEAN cooperation.
हमारी हिस्ट्री और ज्योग्राफी भारत और आसियान को जोड़ते हैं.
ISRO's Aditya L1 probe heading towards the sun shares a stunning selfie with the Earth and Moon from space. ISRO also announces that the mission has attained a new higher orbit around the Earth before it slingshots towards the Lagrange 1 point. If Udhayanidhi Stalin's words calling for the eradication of Sanatana Dharma like malaria and dengue had sparked a political storm, his party colleague and former UPA minister A. Raja, the famous A. Raja, has taken it to the next level, comparing Sanatana Dharma to HIV and leprosy. This a day after the Prime Minister called upon his team to effect a strong response to Sanatana politics. Take a look at the day's story. This remark against the Sanatana Dharma by the Tamil Nadu minister and Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's son Udhayanidhi Stalin has been triggering a massive showdown for the last 5 days. The DMK is not backing down despite the severe backlash from the BJP. The Dravidian party's Dalit face A. Raja, former minister in the UPA government, has scaled up the attack on Sanatana Dharma now.
உதயநிதி ஸ்டாலின் அவர்கள் மென்மையாகத்தான் சொன்னார். மலேரியா போல டெங்கு போல ஒழிக்க வேண்டும் என்று. மலேரியாவுக்கும் டெங்குக்கும் சோசியல் ஸ்டிக்மா இல்ல. அது ஒரு அருவருப்பா சமூகம் பார்க்காது. அருவருவாக பார்க்கிற ஒரு சனாதனத்தை சொல்லணும்னா முறைப்படி ஒரு காலத்துல தொழுநோய் இருந்தது. இப்ப HIV இருந்தது. எங்களை பொறுத்தவரை HIV தொழுநோயை போல HIV போல சமூக அவலம் நிறைந்த ஒரு நோயாகத்தான் நம்ம பார்க்கிறோம். ஒன்று.
The BJP is raising the heat and has questioned the silence of the Gandhis on the comments made by their close allies.
आपकी कांग्रेस पार्टी को क्या हो गया है? हिंदू आस्था, हिंदू विश्वास, सनातन धर्म, सबों का अपमान. तो सुन ले सोनिया जी, हिंदू आस्था, हिंदू चिंतन का अपमान नहीं सहेगा हिंदुस्तान.
कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं जो हमारे सनातन धर्म को चुनौती देते हैं कि नेस्तो नाबूद कर देंगे. जब तक एक एक भक्त इस पुण्य धरती पर जीवित है, तब तक कोई ऐसा नहीं जो धर्म को चुनौती दे, कोई ऐसा नहीं जो आस्था को चुनौती दे.
The BJP's fierce counterattack comes a day after the Prime Minister asked union ministers to fight falsehoods and attacks on issues of faith. A Tamil Nadu BJP delegation met with Governor R.N. Ravi on Thursday and sought his intervention over Udhayanidhi Stalin's hate speech. DMK leaders, however, are defiant.
The Honorable President, Draupadi Murmu Madam, she was not invited for the opening of the Parliament. Right. That is the best current example. Thank you.
No question of apology.
Somebody's apologized to me?
They demanded your apology.
No, sorry. I can. This is not an apology to them. This is for your question. Thank you so much.
DMK Supremo and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin has accused the BJP of twisting his son's remark. Nearly a week after the comments first triggered a big political war, what appears absolutely clear is that the fight over Sanatana Dharma is all set to be a big political issue going into 2024. With Pramod Madhav in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today. India Today's Pramod Madhav live with me from Chennai. Pramod, this is clearly going to be a big, election issue this year and next year. The Prime Minister has also, issued instructions to his cabinet to provide an effective response. A. Raja is busy escalating the issue even further. It's very clear that the first family of the DMK has no plans to step back on this issue. Stalin has defended his son. Udhayanidhi has refused to apologize. He put out a statement today, but it's clear that there is going to be no retraction, far less an apology.
Definitely not, Shiv, because it's almost been 5 days and we've been constantly asking that BJP is seeking an apology, and any DMK leader, including Udhayanidhi Stalin, has very clearly mentioned that they are not going to apologize on this matter. In fact, they have only increased the attack on Sanatan Dharma, just like you mentioned. Yesterday it was actually A. Raja who went ahead and did that comparison also. Today the Chief Minister has put out a statement in the form of a letter, and so has Udhayanidhi Stalin. In the statement, he very clearly mentions that he was talking about Sanatana Dharma alone and not about the followers, and they still state that Sanatana Dharma is a reason for the class diversification, and they claim that Sanatana Dharma is a root for caste system. This is what DMK is giving as a kind of rebuttal and as a kind of like their side of the argument. Even when we spoke to T.K. Silangovan, he's questioning us back, asking what is Sanatana Dharma. When we put forward the question, he says it has nothing to do with Hindu religion on the whole, but about class diversification, and that's the reason he also said that DMK is going to constantly oppose it.
Very, very interesting. So the battle lines are drawn, pitched positions have been taken on an inflammatory hate speech comment, and it looks like both sides have decided if politics is going to happen on this particular comment by Udhayanidhi Stalin, then so be it. It's going to be a big one going into election season. Thanks very much, Pramod, for putting that into perspective for us. Now, the political slugfest over Udhayanidhi Stalin and now A. Raja's inflammatory remarks have spread like wildfire. Let's listen into some of the reactions that have been coming in since today.
पर लगता है कुछ ऐसे व्यक्ति हैं जो HIV की बीमारी के लिए उन्होंने डेंगू के मेडिसिन ले ली है, और ये जो उनका ब्रेन डैमेज हुआ है ये परमानेंट हुआ है, और जिन्होंने ऐसी बातें की है सनातन धर्म के बारे, भारतीय संस्कृति सभ्यता के बारे, उनको शर्म आनी चाहिए। और ऐसे लोग आज ये इंडी अलायंस है, I full stop, N full stop, D full stop, I full stop, A. The country and all Indians are disgusted by this kind of statement, और मुझे लगता है इनको जनता के सामने जवाब देना पड़ेगा।
The people of India and the people of Tamil Nadu and the whole of Bharat have read into your elitist, cabal, family-oriented, corrupt practices. Come 2024, DMK as a party is going to get wiped out. I didn't say it, your son said it. Because D stands for dengue, M stands for malaria, and K stands for Kosu. Good luck, sir.
The Indian National Congress has always believed in Sarva Dharma Sambhav, wherein every religion, every faith has its space. No one can treat any particular faith as less than another faith. Neither the Constitution allows this, nor does the Indian National Congress believe in any of these comments.
पूछना चाहता हूं श्रीमान राहुल गांधी जी से, क्या मजबूरी है आपकी कि एक के बाद दूसरा नेता घमंडिया गठबंधन का सनातन धर्म को नीचा दिखाने का प्रयास करता है, HIV, एड्स, डेंगू, मलेरिया इससे तुलना करता है और बार बार हिंदू धर्म का या सनातन धर्म का अपमान करता है। ये अपने आप में दिखता है कि कहीं ना कहीं शय कांग्रेस और गांधी परिवार की इसके पीछे है।
Not me, not Mr. Stalin, not Mr. A. Raja. If you heard Mr. B.L. Santosh's statement day before, he said yes, there is an allergy. With your feet, yes. There is an allergy in the system, and just because the stomach is allergic, you don't cut off the head. Please ask him what allergy that is.
ये स्टालिन या ए राजा बी राजा ये लोग स्पोक्स पर्सन है सोची समझी रणनीति के तहत INDIA है। राहुल गांधी, उद्धव ठाकरे, लालू यादव, नीतीश कुमार, किन्हीं की जुबान खुल नहीं रही। अगर नहीं माफी मांगा तो सनातन के ताप से तप जाएंगे और तप गए। है हिम्मत किसी में कि कोई मुस्लिम धर्म को गाली देकर देख ले? आज खटिया खड़ा हो जाता सड़कों पर, उनके दफ्तर नहीं बचते।
When Nupur Sharma erupted on a TV debate last year during a discussion on the Gyanvapi mosque issue, the amplification of a particular section of the debate directly resulted in 3 brutal murders. Last weekend, when Udhayanidhi Stalin called for the eradication of Sanatana Dharma, like dengue or malaria mosquitoes, a big political backlash was triggered, but apart from one Ayodhya seer threatening violence, there have been no murders, let alone any attacks of any kind. When Nupur Sharma erupted on a TV show last year, nobody could quote what she said because anyone who did was immediately vulnerable to death threats and a rising and unchecked chorus of Sartan Se Juda. When Udhayanidhi Stalin spoke, you'll notice how we're able to freely quote what he said, the eradication of Sanatan Dharma, like mosquitoes, like malaria and dengue. There's anger, but there's no threat to Udhayanidhi Stalin other than some idiots calling for him to be slapped and that Ayodhya seer calling for his beheading. Let's be clear, that Ayodhya seer should be booked and punished as per the law. When Nupur Sharma erupted on a TV show last year, massive riots broke out in different parts of the country, resulting in injuries and crores in damage to public and private property. When Udhayanidhi Stalin called for the eradication of Sanatana Dharma, there were a handful of protests in Delhi and Chennai, but nothing that got out of hand or turned even violent. In fact, Stalin Jr.'s own supporters protested in Chennai. When Nupur Sharma erupted on a TV show last year, the entire Islamic world was goaded into uniting to denounce India. The heat got so high that Nupur Sharma was sacked by a jittery BJP. When Udhayanidhi Stalin called for the eradication of Sanatana Dharma, there has been no major international backlash of any kind. When Nupur Sharma erupted on a TV show last year, the fallout meant she had to go into hiding, and now over 15 months later, she still hasn't resumed life in public as a lawyer and a politician. She no doubt has protection, but she has only been able to show up occasionally and with great care at some select small functions. Udhayanidhi Stalin's home immediately received extra police bandobast in the wake of his comments. He is, after all, a minister and son of the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. When Nupur Sharma erupted on a TV show last year, there was anger and endless condemnations of what she said. The vicious tenor in which she delivered the words made it hate speech. The noise of the fire she triggered has meant that nobody has thus far stepped forward to fact-check what Nupur Sharma said. On the other hand, Udhayanidhi Stalin has benefited from an entire ecosystem that has suddenly become a bunch of PhDs in sociology, history and political science, fact-checking any criticism of Stalin's hate speech, providing academic context to the hate speech of Udhayanidhi, applying nuance to the caste implications of Sanatana Dharma, and giving Stalin Jr. many pages of detailed explanations and escape routes to justify what was likely to millions of common citizens hateful and inflammatory speech. When Nupur Sharma erupted on a TV show last year, the Supreme Court took suo motu cognizance, castigated her and said she was solely responsible for the violence that followed. There has been no suo motu cognizance, at least so far by the Supreme Court, of what Udhayanidhi Stalin has said. When Nupur Sharma erupted on a TV show last year, she was branded a poisonous villain with nothing better to do than divide people on religious lines on a sensitive issue that should most definitely have called for greater restraint. Udhayanidhi Stalin's words have been wholly defended by this very same section that came down on Nupur Sharma last year. This time they've carefully set aside his hate speech to instead focus on the political genius of Stalin Jr.'s words and how they could actually benefit the India alliance in the 2024 battle. Two incidents of inflammatory, virulent speech. The fallout of both are plain for you to see. But like I've been saying all week, viewer, this is a country that's become your hate speech versus my hate speech.